Good morning, and welcome to Morning Mindset. We are inside Virtual CoWorking Space. My name is Michelle Dale. This is the place where we help virtual assistants to level up in their business, lifestyle, and mindset. Today, we are doing our Monday morning mindset, and I've got something that I want to share with you that you can take through into the new year. Something very, very important, something that I want you to perhaps do differently than you have done in previous years when it comes to setting goals. Okay, so we are about to embark, tomorrow is New Year's Eve, we're about to embark on a new year. And with that new year, a lot of us think about our resolutions, our goals, whether it be I want to start a business, I want to grow to a certain amount of money, or I want to reach a certain physical goal or personal goal, whatever that is. And we make all these goals, right? But we do it from the wrong place, and we need to potentially reframe how we perceive goals in order to be able to achieve them. Okay, so some people can achieve their goals and they're great at it. Other people are like, oh, it didn't work, I didn't make it, I didn't do it, this came up, that came up, excuses happened, and blah, blah, blah. I know all about this, I'm a mum of five. So I want to reframe. First of all, the first thing I want to talk to you about, there's two really key elements to this. It's about reframing what goals truly are and how to perceive them. And then it's about how you're going to achieve them. So I'm going to talk about these two things today, this morning. Now, the first thing is about the goal. How you perceive the goal is very, very important. Now, what you need to be doing, ideally, is to see a goal not as something you need to do in order to feel happy or fulfilled or better about yourself or anything like that, okay? So then we put the goal on the pedestal as being more than us. We put the goal higher, like we are the lower thing trying to achieve this goal up here. No, this doesn't work like that. We have to be the higher thing up here, choosing our experience from down here. So imagine it's our higher selves, our higher mind. We have to embody that higher mind and that higher self to decide and choose what experiences we want to have in our physical experience. Now, when you do that, you are coming then from a place of fulfillment. I am fulfilled, I am whole, I am everything. I can do anything I want, I can be anything I want. What do I choose? The goal then becomes a choice rather than something you're striving for to get, to be happy, to feel fulfilled, to feel accomplished. So that then takes us into how you achieve the goals. You do not achieve the goals from a place of not having it and trying to get it, because you will stay consistently in that place. You have to achieve the goal from a place of I already have it, I'm already fulfilled, and now I'm going to allow this goal to manifest. Okay? And you do that through, this is really important, you do that through becoming the person who has already got it. Now, how do you do that? Well, for me, it takes, it's not reprogramming, it takes for me to believe I am the person who already has it, to feel that fulfillment inward out. Like I'm not trying to create from the outside in. Something out there will happen and then I will feel better. I feel better now, and then I'm projecting and releasing that out to the universe and then allowing the things to come to me because I know they're already there. And what a lot of people don't do is they don't go to achieve their goals from being the person that already has it. And I'll give you an example of this, because a lot of people say, well, I'm doing the affirmations and I'm doing all this stuff and I'm doing my daily accountability and, I'm saying my prayers and, all of these things. You're doing all of these techniques and they work, but they only work if you embody them and allow them to work. And I'll give you an example of this. So in my claiming clients workshop, Master the Art of Claiming Clients, okay, I'll try and turn this on in a business sense, but I've done it in a physical sense and all kinds of things. There's a self-concept in there, right? And a part of this self-concept is I am always chosen and I'm everyone's first priority, right? What that does is when you say I'm always chosen, I'm everyone's first priority, if you can truly believe that, then life outside will change quite dramatically, especially in terms of business, because anybody you talk to will want to work with you, okay? You will have people inquiring because they see you and they're like, I want to choose this person to work with. And then by saying like you're their top priority, they'll want to prioritize working with you as part of what they're doing. So then you'll find that these clients just sort of pop out of the woodwork because you believe I'm always chosen. You're not doing anything necessarily. You might get referrals, you might get people just pop up on social media, you know, it could be anything. But when you say I'm always chosen and I'm everyone's first priority, there's something very important within that. So if you say I'm always chosen, I'm everyone's first priority as a self-concept, there is a moment, I had an epiphany myself of this moment where I thought to myself, I'm doing these affirmations, but wait, I don't choose me and I am not my first priority. And I tend to be one of those people who's more about kids come first, husband comes first, work comes first, clients come first, you know. And when you're in that mindset and that mentality where you're constantly giving outside of yourself and not to yourself and for yourself, you will never become the goal achiever because you will always be prioritizing something else above the goal. This is really hard to grasp. But what will happen is you might say, well, I've achieved goals before and I've not done that. Well, yes, but the sustainability of the achievement will come from being that person and not being that old version of yourself that put the goals up here and you down here. You have to become up here. You have to be always chosen. You have to be considering yourself as I can do anything I want in the world. You have to step into that superpower of belief and faith. And once you do that, you will feel completely fulfilled. And this is a feeling. People are like, oh, how do I know if I'm completely fulfilled? You'll just know. If you're asking that question, then you're not fulfilled. If you're asking, where is the stuff on the outside? You're not fulfilled. If you're asking, how do I achieve this goal? You're not fulfilled. Because if you step into complete fulfillment, you will just simply know the world is magical and everything will unfold in your experience. You are simply choosing, okay? And it's funny because I've got another analogy of this. So first of all, if you want to achieve that goal, prioritize yourself. Put yourself first. Choose you, okay? As soon as you say, I choose me and I will always choose me, then everything else around you, including your manifestations, your goals, and everything that you are wanting to attract into your life will choose you too. But you have to step up and choose yourself. And people are like, well, how do I choose and how do I live in the fulfillment before I have it? Well, a lot of people are making this mistake of they are trying to feel better. You know, gratitude is amazing, by the way. I'm a big gratitude person. I'm so grateful for everything in my life. And I'm also grateful for the things that I have not manifested yet that I've chosen to experience, right? But a lot of people take gratitude in the wrong way. And I want to talk about this. A lot of people take gratitude as being fulfilled in unfulfillment, right? Being happy with only a partial manifestation, or being happy with half of what you want. And you can be grateful for the half of what you want, but that is not fulfillment. Fulfillment is complete and utter, I am just fulfilled in this moment and I don't need anything else to change to fulfill me. And it's so hard because a lot of us are very unhappy with our lives. But once we get to the point in stop trying to feel better about being unfulfilled and just step into fulfillment and step into knowing that the goals are going to appear because you've chosen them from this level and not trying to achieve them and strive and struggle and figure out the how from this level. It goes from the top down. It doesn't go from the bottom up, you know? So that's what I want to share with you. Before you even consider thinking about what do I need to do to achieve this goal, consider how you're going to become that person that already has it and feels that fulfillment. And remember, if you're asking the how, if you're asking how am I going to get there, if you're asking if you're even thinking to yourself, I'll be happy when I've got it, you know, or I'm you know, like you'll be in this constant state of waiting for happiness, waiting for fulfillment. And that is not how things happen. So take this on board, please, especially as we move into 2025. You are going to be setting goals, but start first of all to think, how am I going to nurture myself to be that person that has them, to then allow them to come in. Being that person yourself, it then opens the door to everything else. So the one final thing I want to talk about, this is actually a really good analogy. It was on a Facebook group that I'm in, but it made so much sense and I wanted to share it with you, because every time, you know, like I make these videos, I think if I can just share like a little tidbit of information that suddenly makes someone go, oh, I get that now. So what is fulfillment? Fulfillment is the knowing that it's already yours. And you say, well, if I want £1 million and I look in my bank account and I don't see £1 million, how am I possibly going to feel fulfilled by having £1 million? It's a good question. And this guy posted an analogy about a tattoo, and he used it to explain it to somebody else. But it really resonates with me because I have a lot of tattoos. I have I don't know, more than, I think 15, 16 now, I've completely lost count. But I could resonate and understand the relating to that feeling. And I'll use a couple more analogies so you can know when you're in that fulfillment, because you're not looking for something outside of yourself, or you're not pining for it or wanting it or waiting for it. So imagine when I go and I think to myself, oh, I want another tattoo, I immediately start being aware of the fact I don't have the tattoo because I want it, right? So then I will start going and looking online and finding, you know, some pictures and things like that I really want to have done, or I will have an idea and then I'll start sketching something out, or, you know, I'll eventually create in my imagination the tattoo that I want. I will create it in my mind and then I will wear it on my body in my mind. I will think, okay, well, where do I want this tattoo? What would it look like on my arm? Or what would it look like on my, you know, wherever it is on my body? And then that is like breadcrumbs of a manifestation. So you choose, you decide you want it, you choose it, you decide how you want it to look, you imagine it in your mind how it's going to look on your body, and then you decide at that point, yes, this is the exact tattoo I want and this is the exact place that I want it. And then you say to yourself, okay, well, if I'm going to get this tattoo, then I need to do this XYZ. So you book the appointment with the tattoo person and they confirm, yes, we can do that tattoo, no problem. And then you book the appointment for some time in the future. Let's say they're super booked up and then you are going to have that tattoo on February 2nd or something like that, and it's January 2nd, right? Once the appointment is booked, you know it's already done, even though you don't have that tattoo yet. Even though it's not on your body, you are not sitting there worrying about how you're going to get the tattoo anymore, right? So you know, you're in that state of knowing that you already have the tattoo because you've already seen it in your mind and you know that it's already happening. You know it's already being manifested into your experience. So you don't feel that wanting and needing. Maybe you feel the excitement of, oh my God, this is so exciting because this tattoo is mine and I'm so excited to bring it into my experience. But that's very different to wanting and needing it and thinking, how am I going to get this tattoo? So that is an example of being already fulfilled by something but not actually having it or seeing it. or trying to figure out how it's going to happen. You know, you're not going to go out and learn to be a tattoo artist and buy the tattoo things and you know, try and do it yourself. You know, like, there are people out there already manifested in the world, created in the world, that can make it happen for you. You do not have to control everything. That's one example. That is the feeling of fulfillment. When you set up a payment, for example, or a direct debit, this was another thing that he mentioned, and it really made a lot of sense to me. Let's say you schedule the payment to go out, the money's in the account, you schedule it to go out. The money may have not left the account yet, but you know in your mind the bill is paid. Even though the money may not even be in the account yet, but you just know the bill is paid. Like, you've set that up and the money's going to go out and the bill is going to be paid. Then you're in that sense of knowing. You're not constantly, you know, counting down the days until that money goes out, or something like that. You know, like when payments are coming out on the card, I don't sit there, you know, thinking about every single payment that's coming out of my bank account, you know, being concerned, is it going to come out or not? You know, I just know it's set up and it will come out and I don't have to think about it. So this is like, you have to really recognize that fulfillment is not this kind of euphoric excitement. It might be in the case of if you're excited about going on holiday, but when you book a holiday or choose to go on holiday, you don't sit there panicking and wondering how it's going to happen. You just simply know you booked the holiday and you're going, and you get ready for it, you prepare for it, you get excited about it. That is fulfillment. Fulfillment is just the moment of clarity when you just feel great with or without whatever you're having, because you know it's already there. See, if you can feel great without it because you know it's there, it's not about feeling great, you know, like this what I said about, you know, like trying to feel better about being unfulfilled. It's not trying to feel better about, I might never get that tattoo. That's not what manifestation is. It's about trying to feel better because you know it's already, it's not trying to feel better. You feel better just because you know it's already done. And if you can get into that state of being, this will then carry through in all areas of your life, you know? A lot of people are like that with diets. They have like this real sense of urgency of, how am I going to lose weight? And I've got to go on this diet and I've got to force this weight off my body and things like that. As soon as I decided to choose me, the weight literally just fell off me. As soon as I said, I know I'll feel good whether it comes off or not, but I know it's going to come off. I just know. I trust it. I know it's going to happen. I'll go out and buy some smaller clothes. I'll go out and you know, like start planning a party in a month's time because I'll feel great and I'll be able to go out and wear this dress. You know, nobody ever. A lot of people will sit there trying to lose weight because it's another New Year goal, isn't it? A lot of people will sit there trying to lose weight and think, right, when I've lost the weight, I'll go out and buy myself some new clothes. When I've lost the weight, because I don't know when it's going to be, I will go and plan a party for myself where I can wear these new clothes, or I'll plan a dinner or something like that, or I'll book a holiday because I'll be able to wear a bikini, but I won't book the holiday yet because I just simply don't know if I'll get this weight off. That is you'll keep yourself in a perpetual state of never getting the weight off. But if you just simply say, oh my gosh, from where you are right now, I've chosen that I'm going to be 10 pound lighter. I'm going to lose 10 pound. I've chosen and I've decided it's already done. Okay, I need to go and buy clothes which are for, you know, 10 pound lighter me. I've got to prepare for this. You know, I'm going to be 10 pound lighter. So, you know, thank God there's a little bit of time in between that I can get ready for my, you know, weight loss. I'm going to book that holiday right now because I know I'll be 10 pound lighter. And as soon as you choose you and just choose the knowing that it's already done, it's so incredibly impressive how the universe works, and your taste change suddenly. Or you'll stumble upon a diet that you've never seen before where you'll go, oh my God, this diet contains all of my favourite foods. I'm going on this diet. There is actually a diet called the wine diet. I've never done it, but I've never compromised on wine when I've lost weight. You know, there's all these things that can happen. Suddenly your appetite can just drop. like a dead weight. That's what happened to me when I lost a lot of weight. Suddenly I woke up one day and I was no longer hungry. It was really weird. And then this weight just started dropping off me, and I was just like, wow, this is easy. After years and years and years and years of looking, trying to figure it out and to figure out the how from a place of not having it. And it's something I need to do. It's something I need to get. And then suddenly just choosing, okay, I don't want to be this weight anymore. I want to lose X amount of kilos. I'll just be that person. I went out and started buying smaller clothes. I picked a gold dress and visualized myself wearing that dress every day as if I could go and put it on that day. And within a very short space of time, it happened because I woke up being the person I needed to be without trying to figure it out to be able to achieve that. And everything else comes the same way. If you feel constantly you have financial goals or business goals and you constantly feel like you have to figure out how to make it work and you're not doing enough, I'm not sending enough emails, I'm not doing enough lead generation, you know, you are basically not doing enough on yourself. You need to work on yourself first before you can even think about it. And the work that you need to do on yourself is when you wake, you know that it's done, is when you wake up in the morning just completely fulfilled and knowing that everything is working out for you because that's what you have chosen for yourself. Try to carry this into 2025. Constantly ask yourself, am I making decisions from the place of being the person that already has it? Or am I making decisions from a place of lack and wanting? Am I being completely happy and fulfilled right now? Or am I doing it from a place of I will be happy and fulfilled when? That's what gives us that attachment to time and things like that. Oh, you know, like my rent's coming up and I don't have it in my bank and I'll only be happy if it's in there on time, you know. Things like that just keep us in a perpetual state of not having it. And then we say to ourselves, well, this manifesting thing doesn't work because my rent's not there. Well, you've basically said when the rent comes in, I'll be happy when it comes in. So you're in that state of waiting for when it happens. It's really important to understand that affirmations are there. So one day you just wake up and believe them. And that's what affirmations have done for me. Like I do affirmations and I do the self-concept to create, you know, like I do the self-concept. I am source and there's nothing else. I'm safe and secure. I'm happy and loved. I'm healthy and beautiful. I'm wealthy and successful. I am blessed with unlimited abundance. And the final one is everything always works out for me. Now, if I repeat that to myself day in, day out and day in, day out, suddenly I'll wake up, and I do it on autopilot now, but suddenly you wake up and then you're like, do you know what? I am these things. And as soon as you can say that, wow, life changes completely. Do that in 2025. Really commit to changing your life and choosing new experiences, not setting goals, you know, setting goals and striving for goals and I don't have it yet and it's a goal because I don't have it. As soon as you say, like, I'm going to set this goal as an experience choice, it becomes a to-do list, you know, it becomes something that you're not attached to because you don't have it, you know. Think of a goal as something you're choosing to experience and know that how you achieve that goal is simply by choosing yourself. That's all from me. I will be back here on Thursday. There's no video tomorrow or New Year's Day. So have a wonderful New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Please do leave me a comment if you're around. Let me know how it's all going. And just be fulfilled. Be happy and be fulfilled because, you know, there is no sense or use in worrying. Out with anger, in with love. Love you guys. Take care. And I shall see you on Thursday for our weekend messages.